start the recording. Right. Namaste, everyone. It's time. Let's do our 3 ohms and then we'll carry on with the rest. Close your eyes. Please do the same breath work that we did until yesterday, or that we did yesterday. Remember, belly, Manipura. Yes. So what we have seen so far is a beautiful combination of numerous breathwork techniques leading us to the point that we have come to yesterday. So we are combining all of these breathwork techniques, and hopefully you are doing them in your practices, in your exercises, and so on. Today, I got only 2 reports from Sangeeta ji and Sridharan ji. What about the others? Did you do your practices the way you were supposed to do with all that you have learned until yesterday? Did you practice all of that?
Yes, actually I practiced, but I didn't practice the sun imagination thing in.
That is okay. That is okay. But basically, you did that breath work while you did your freehand exercises.
Yeah.
You did your Shwasko Shuddhi Kriya,
Yeah.
and of course the practice. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Okay, first I want to start with Sneha ji. Sneha ji, can you come online, please? Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I have something very interesting to share, or rather, Sneha ji has something very interesting to share. When she first joined with the Shwasko Shuddhi Kriya program, if I'm not wrong, she spoke about how she had difficulty even breathing with her nose, breathing through her nose. Am I right, Sneha ji?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
Okay. And now you are able to regularly breathe with your nose, through your nose, no problem?
Yes, that's not a problem now.
Excellent. So that is a huge development. Also, for quite some time, she had difficulty taking a breath down below the belly button area or the belly area.
Yes.
But I think yesterday with the
Day before yesterday's class from Friday.
Yes. So now you are able to take it down to the Mooladhar with the Lotus Opening Program.
Yes. Only with that particular thing I can do. With the free hand, it's still a challenge for me.
Okay.
But I think so that is fine. That is fine.
You can get to that even without it. But now, why do you want to get to it without it? You have the technique of the Lotus Opening. Use it. Don't save it for anything. There is no reason to save it. The more you use, the deeper you go into it, the better results you will get. So please do it. Use it freely. No reason not to hold it, not to try it. But sometimes if you just want to see for your own satisfaction how things are without it, you can try that, of course. No problem with that. Overall, what other improvements have you noticed in the quality of your breath? Do you think you are breathing better?
Breathing, there's one thing which I realized it actually today. Like I was using the like I said, I have to use a nasal spray. Then only is the possibility that I can breathe through nose or do any exercise. So from past 1 week, I haven't used that nasal spray, and I didn't even realize that I haven't used it. Only today, when I thought of it, I realized it.
Beautiful. I think everybody needs to give her a hand. That's a huge thing.
Yeah, it's a huge thing because from past 1-2 months, I'm using the nasal spray. Then only I can do any exercise or even take a breath. If I don't use it, then the nose gets clogged. Like I might have shared in the previous time in the month of Jan, I think so. Like that time, I used to say like I cannot do anything because of the nasal block. But now that part is better.
So much, so nice.
Yeah, it's a very big thing for me.
Yes, it's a big thing for us as well because if we are in it together, it's helping you so much. Your face is looking so much more joyous, so much more light on your face.
Yeah,
Naturally.
I'm feeling happy because the breathing exercise really does make a lot of difference. Not just like normal exercise that I usually do, that's a 7-8 minutes exercise. But when I included that along with the breathing, that's making a overall change. That's what I'm feeling. But it will take a
And when you
little
breathe,
longer time.
yeah, that's okay. But stick to the path, stick to the course. The processes that you're doing. Uh, the fact that you are able to breathe better in itself is a huge plus. So,
Yes, of
can I
course.
request you to make a testimonial, a short
Yeah,
video, 1.5, 2 minutes? Yeah,
sure. I mean, writing is not okay. I'm like, if I just type on the message or
it is okay,
share
but
it with them.
when you make it with a video, it has a huge impact.
Yeah, I
It has a
agree with
huge
that. I
impact.
agree.
Yeah. So if you
And
can do
one
that.
more, yeah, I'll share. And one more thing, maybe that also was missed by me. Like I said, last Sunday, I had an exam, and like whenever there's an exam or anything, you have a pressure. You have a corporate world pressure, and then along with that, there's another thing. But since our class was going on, I didn't wanted to miss anything. So somehow in the morning time, I couldn't do like now what I'm doing it, but I was trying to do just 10 minutes time, 15 minutes, max 15 minutes. I cannot give more than that. And I was doing this exercise in the morning, and post that I used to study. This is the early morning job. But usually what happens is like I drop everything when it comes to studies. I will leave everything and I'll study. But this time I said like no, this is equally important. Then only the rest thing will happen in the life. So I did
Yes.
together, and of course I cleared the exam on the same day, and there was a less stress when I was actually attempting the exam.
Isn't that
Usually,
beautiful?
I usually, and I think so it's a natural phenomenon for everyone that you get stressed out because you know okay, this is something is there which you don't know. But
That's
that
right.
time my thought was only one thing: it's okay if I pass, and if it's okay if I fail. I was at that zone, and somehow I
Nice.
passed.
And you passed naturally. Very good. Very good. So Snehaji, I'll be waiting for your testimonial today. I need to
Yeah,
share it
sure.
and I need to spread it out. So speak about whatever happened, your experience, the difficulties that you had at the beginning, and how you've been able to overcome. You can mention both
Sure.
the programs, Shwaskosh also, Tridosha also, because you've done both these
Yeah.
programs. Great.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Snehaji. I
I'm
hope
thankful to you.
no, we are thankful to you because you might be able to inspire, your video might inspire others who are facing similar conditions as you to try. And
Sure,
having
sure.
tried, if they start to benefit, kitni badi cheez hai. Every little life that we are able to change, to affect, to be able to help anyone breathe a little better than before, I think it's a huge thing.
Yes, of
So
course, it's a very big thing. Only people who cannot breathe can understand this.
that is right. That is so true.
Yeah.
That is so true. Thank you so much, Sneha.
I'm actually grateful to you.
We are also grateful to you. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Right. So I hope everybody has heard what Snehaji shared, and I'm sure it's going to inspire many of us. And hopefully you will be able to share what she has said so that even others can take benefit of this program and improve their health. Now, has everyone done whatever we have learned until yesterday? Have you combined that whole thing? Rakesh ji told me, Sneha ji told me that they have done the whole course. That means the whole set of exercises, free hand exercises with this breath work. Has anyone not done it? If everyone has done it, fine. If anyone has not done it, I want to know. So I assume everyone has done it because no one is saying no. So then fine, no problem. We will not spend more time on this. But what we will do is sit down comfortably, or if you like yesterday, lie down on your back. You may keep your legs outstretched, or you may pull them up for the knees to face the ceiling or to point towards the ceiling, if you like. Or so stay in this position and do whatever we have learned until yesterday, all of it together, combined. Do this for 10 minutes. You draw in, you engage the perineum, draw in the breath from the mula, from the manipura, pull your breath from the Muladhara up along the spine, standard, and breathe out through your mouth. That is what we have learned until yesterday. So do all of this and see how your body responds. Some of you might want to throw out some phlegm, and that is very good. The more phlegm you are able to throw out, remember 72,000 nadis. We have no idea where all the phlegm is situated. It all needs to come out. Yeah. So please start.
We breathe out through our mouth.
That is what we learned yesterday. Do you remember? We draw in, we pull in the breath from the Manipura, and the last exercise was what? You were doing the rounding your, you remember?
Like the Ujjayi wala thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
okay.
round your mouth and you exhale with the mouth.
Okay.
So you may exhale it in one go, or you may exhale it like in the Shvasko Shuddhi Kriya. Yeah, a number of times. Both are good. See what works for you better. If any of this is helping you or making you throw some phlegm out of your system, excellent. You will, I'm sure some of you will feel like throwing out some phlegm, and that is okay. No problem with that. The exhales can be fast or they can be slow. You choose your own pace. I would suggest you experiment with both. Kabhi fast, kabhi slow. But the whole combination, tongue is at the roof of your mouth, standard, belly is super relaxed, your lotus opening is engaged, is in operation, your perineum is engaged for the in-breath. You pull in your breath from the Manipura and you channel one part of your breath from the Muladhara up along the spine. And then you breathe out with your rounded mouth. Stay relaxed. The more relaxed you are, the better. Don't allow any stiffness in your body. Zero stiffness. No tension, no stiffness in the body anywhere. Stay very relaxed. You can lie down or you can also sit if you prefer that. You make your decision. See what works better for you. Lakshmi ji, I need to talk to you for a moment. You missed, I think, 1 or 2 days earlier. Have you made up whatever was missed? Is everything clear to you?
Yeah, I have been following.
One second. I'll mute everybody so that we don't disturb each other. When you wish to speak, you may unmute yourself. You'll have to unmute yourself also. Yeah, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, I think I'm okay. I'm able to follow till yesterday. So
there are no blank spots anywhere. You are able to move your breath from the Muladhara up along the spine.
yeah.
You are able to dilate the Sushumna, the lotus opening. That is also happening comfortably. When you do that, your breath feels a little lighter. Is that right?
Yeah. I'm not sure what extent dilation happens, but some kind of feeling is there. Yeah.
So when the dilation happens, the first thing you will notice is that your breath becomes a little easier, smoother, lighter.
Yeah.
If that is happening, it's a sign that some dilation is happening. Now the question is whether the dilation is limited to one part of your Sushumna or is it all along. Our aim is to expand it to get the dilation throughout from the Sahasrara all the way to the Muladhara. This much we should get, and we will begin to get. It's still early days for you. The practice is new for you. No worries. Dive into the practice, continue. Now the challenge is, while we are doing this program, there is a little bit of incentive for you. There is a little bit of reminder for you, so you do it. The challenge is when the program is not, it's not happening. Like now for the next 4 days, you will have to do all of this on your own. Once again, I would say that I do need your daily reports. I am not happy with the daily reports because I'm not getting enough feedback on what you are doing, what it is affecting you, how it is affecting you, and so on. So please do share, especially during the next 4 days, because there will be no live interaction. So I won't even be able to meet you and ask you. So your daily reports will become critical. Also, if you are able to, do it now, and then next 2 sessions that we have next weekend, hopefully you will be in a place where you can continue, hold on to whatever you have learned, continue with the practice. Right. Thank you. Okay, VGG, VGG, haven't seen you for a number of days. Can I talk to you, VGG? You'll have to unmute yourself.
Yeah.
What happened to you, VGG? You disappeared.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, don't be sorry to me. I mean, it's your health, it's your condition. But you know, I would certainly want anyone and everyone who's associated with the program to get maximum mileage out of it, maximum results out of it. Anyway, are there any blank spots in your practice, or are you following everything? Everything is clear to you?
Yeah, whatever I've learned is clear to me.
What do you mean, whatever you have learned?
I think a couple of classes I missed. So
That is the point. So were you able to watch the videos and make up whatever you have missed?
Not yet.
But if you don't do it, VGG, how will this program help you? See, remember I told you at the very beginning, this is a cumulative program, which means in the every few or every following session, we add a little something to whatever we have learned before. Because in the first session, I cannot share everything with you. It will not work. I have to build you up slowly, take you one step. Just as when we climb stairs, you have to get your foot on the first step, second step. Only then you'll be able to reach the end of that flight of stairs. Otherwise, you know, you'll probably end up hurting yourself or something. Please make up, see whatever you missed, make up, hopefully. And you've not even been sharing your daily report. So I don't even know what has been happening in your practice. Anyway, I hope you're able to make up something at least and get the maximum out of the program. Because you were showing a lot of promise in the beginning. And then suddenly you disappeared. Please watch the videos and practice. And then if you need any more guidance, you can always connect with me, and I'll try and find a way to fill you up in the, as far as the gaps are concerned. Okay, thank you. Please continue with whatever you've understood so far and practice. Okay, anyone else that I need to talk to? Let me see. Okay, Vijaya Kumari ji, I think your practices are going well. I don't need to worry too much about you, I think. Is that right? Vijaya Kumari ji?
Yes, sir. I'm able to feel from the Manipuraga to Mooladhara, and from Mooladhara to, and finally I am exhaling too.
How good is your lotus opening? How effective is the
Yes,
lotus
sir.
opening?
Yes, sir. It's front from the chest.
And when you do it, is the quality of breath smoother, lighter, easier?
Yes.
So that means you know. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You're channeling that breath up the spine, no problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problems.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Shall I
Yes,
continue?
Sangeeta. Yes, please continue. Sangeeta ji. संगीता जी,
आज थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है, पूरा ब्रेथ उतना डीप नहीं जा रहा है जो कल जा रहा था।
आज आपका माइंड थोड़ा ज्यादा ओवरवर्क कर रहा लगता है, am I right?
हो सकता है,
ये चेहरे से लग रहा है।
थोड़ा सा
चलिए कोई बात नहीं,
उतना डीप ब्रेथ लेने में थोड़ा स्ट्रेस है आज।
नहीं, ब्रेथ लेने में स्ट्रेस की बात ही नहीं है। ब्रेथ तो स्ट्रेस को खत्म करता है। So please don't blame the breath for the stress.
No, like it's not going as deep as it was going yesterday.
नहीं, आप लोटस ओपनिंग करिए ना, लोटस ओपनिंग करिए, अपने आप डीप जाएगा। स्नेहा जी का जा रहा है, देखिए, she's had so many issues with her breath work, with her breath. उनका जा रहा है with the lotus opening. चलिए, relax your, take your mind off whatever is, on your mind, get it off that, focus on your breath, Get the lotus opening, work your breath, and tell me how it's going. Right. Shanmugaji, Shanmugapriyaji, I think your practices are going okay. I need not worry about you, but anyway, just give me some feedback.
Yes, sir, it is very good. And throughout the day, there is no anxiety. So that I could feel very much because.
No. वो एक अलग कहानी होगी. I'm not focusing on that. My focus is on the breath work. Tell me, related directly to the breath work, how is your breath happening? How deep is it going? Is your breath feeling lighter with the lotus opening? Are you circulating your breath up the spine? Are these things happening? Okay. All these things are happening comfortably.
Very much. And while exhaling through the mouth, like the last technique which we learned yesterday, that it's going very deep.
Very good. Now, other than this, are you noticing any change, any alteration, any improvement in your overall kapha position in the body? Any change in whatever? Remember that list I'd given you earlier, that, and of course the production of kapha in the body overall, is the kapha production better or not better, etc. Are you noticing any of those changes?
The thing is, like, as I already said, I don't have any breathing issues and all that. Generally, I came to this program for Tridosha balancing thing off. But then what I felt is like heat has increased. Heat in the sense it's not that it's not, which is not related to pitta sort of, but
I know.
What to say?
I know
the
what
prana, the
it
pranic.
is the Swadhisthana heat.
Exactly,
am I right?
Exactly.
No harm in that. No harm in that.
So, accordingly, I've changed my slight food habits, taking a lot of water. So,
but see that energy, the energy of the Swadhisthana is it's a life creating energy. It's the kind of energy that creates life. So you have the option of using it, exhausting it there, or you have the option of channeling that energy up the spine. I would recommend that you use that energy, channel it up the spine. When you are able to channel that energy up the spine, you suddenly have a lot of energy available for everything that you do. You also become a little more creative in all your endeavors and so on. So use that energy creatively. Don't let it go waste, and don't feel bad that it's there.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, Shanmugaji.
First thing what I notice is I've become really very calm. That's what physically what I could feel is flexibility in physical body, mentally.
One second. The flexibility in the physical body is a clear sign that your Sushumna is getting activated. When the Sushumna gets activated, a little more flexibility comes into the body. So that is a clear indicator of that.
Sure, sir. Actually, it is. I don't know whether this is related. It should be related, because even with my knees also, it is. It's too good. I don't know how to say. Like, I've got
the pain is less.
Very soon. I can just stop using my crutches. Reason I'm using my crutches still.
You use crutches? Achha, I'm so sorry.
No, this one.
Okay. So now you go deeper. ये जो issues है ना with the knees, for example, in my understanding, that is related to vata. So there is a higher level of vata in your body. That is what causes issues connected with joints, knees, and so on. Now you have, through the breath work that we have done, you have increased the heat element in the body. You have noticed that. You have seen some examples of that also. So now this is helping you reduce the vata impact on your knees, and therefore the knee pain is coming down. Shanmugaji, I need a testimonial from you on this.
Sure, sir. Sure. This is because of my ligament tear, but thing is, like, today I'm not using my knee bands also. Last 2 days, even today I didn't use it. No, now during the exercise, because what I feel is like when we are doing this breath work, I could feel that pulsating sense right on my knee, the injured knee. So I thought
Healing
it's not
going on inside.
very much, and not just that time. Throughout the day, I feel I'm doing my regular exercises and all that, whatever is given for the knees. But somewhere inside, like I have this confidence. Yes, within 10 to 15 days, like I can walk, I'll get the balance totally.
Excellent,
So,
wonderful.
so mentally also, I feel really good because I felt like, yeah, somewhere I don't say handicap, but the thing is, like I couldn't do my activities like before. Now,
can
since it's
understand that.
5 to 6 months, one good thing I avoided surgery, but again that impatience was there. Now I'm really feeling very good that
I am
yes,
so
my body
happy.
is taking care of self healing. So that way, I'm really very grateful to this programs.
Fantastic, fantastic. I'm so happy to hear this, Priyaji.
Thank you.
Your short video testimonial, let it have your name, the names of the program that you've done or programs that you've done. Did you do the Shwaskosh?
I saw only 2 videos, sir. I
Okay,
did it,
but
this.
okay, but you're doing the practice, so you can mention both these programs.
Sure.
and the improvements that you noticed in different aspects, particularly your knees or anything else that you might have noticed.
Sure,
you can also mention the, if you don't mind, the heat and the Swadhisthana, if you don't mind mentioning that, but that is up to you, because some people have some reservations about things like that. So that is your choice. I will not force you to do it. जो हुआ है, जितना बोलना चाहते हैं आप बोलिए, and share your name, the program, and whatever you are happy or comfortable sharing. Please, short video, 1.5 minute video.
Sure, sir, definitely. I want everyone to get this because even I don't see. We normally people into yoga, we keep on saying to others like, do this, you will feel good, but many don't. Few of course hears about it. Many don't hear that, but this is again people who are seeing me. I could very well tell because of this, I'm feeling better and feeling good. So I will definitely do that, sir.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I want it soon. आजकल में दे दीजिए तो बहुत अच्छा है. You also and Sneha ji also.
Tomorrow morning I will send it.
Okay. No problem. Thank you so much. Very good. Continue with your practices, and if anybody else other than, of course, Priya ji and Sneha ji, if you wish to share how these programs may have helped you, and if you wish to inspire some others, please do it. It'll be a huge service to me, as of course, and also to others, in a similar condition and so on. We have no idea how these few words that are shared by participants, how they impact others. So please do it. Okay, Buddhadev ji, haven't seen you for a while. Ram Buddhadev ji, unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, Ram Rajesh ji.
हाँ जी, कैसा हो रहा है आपका? क्या हो रहा है?
Yeah, ठीक हो रहा है. अभी now I can feel the middle channel, okay, and also the another channel back up the spine, and the lotus opening also I can experience. I can feel it, but this the dilution things. Actually, it is very minimal that I have some question also on that part. So in dilution.
Dilation. One second.
Sorry, yeah.
Dilution means you add water or you make something less concentrated. That is dilution. Dilation means you expand something, as you increase something. So dilation. Okay.
So this dilation, do I need to feel like it will be feels like both the channel, like when I'm breathing in that time also, and when it is going out
exhale
also, right?
Exhale
also. And throughout the channel, it is not that only the places of the chakras.
So when you start, initially it may be a little difficult to feel it in the whole of the Sushumna. It doesn't matter. Build on it little by little. Dhire dhire, your body will develop the means, the methods, the ways of doing it internally, because it is all happening internally. It is a very subtle movement that is happening. The only The only clear sign immediately that we get that it is happening is the change is through the change in the quality of the breath. If the quality of the breath feels immediately as if it's become a little easier, smoother, lighter, etc., that's a clear sign that your Sushumna has now started dilating. That is why your breath is easier. So in one of my in some of my earlier articles, I have mentioned how almost all of our problems, almost all of the problems in the body, especially things like cough, cold, etc., they are all directly connected with the Sushumna. So the better your Sushumna, the healthier your Sushumna, the wider, the clearer your Sushumna, the better will be every aspect of your health. And may I tell you, as a side note, once your Sushumna starts dilating, widening, and you do this more and more often, I can guarantee all of you will start looking much better than you were even earlier. There will be initially it will be a slow, gentle change, but over time there will be a noticeable change in the quality of your appearance as well. It is going to change many things, but this is just a note that that might work on some people, because we have more women participants here, and women tend to pay a little more attention to how they look. And well, men do also, but women tend to be a little more. So if there's anything that helps them look better, I'm sure they'll love it. And I can guarantee you, all this work that you are doing on your Sushumna will guarantee to make you look better, feel better as well.
And one more experience that I'd like to share, Ajasi. Nowadays, I also experience that most of the time, my breath is happening through both the nostril, which earlier it was not there actually. Earlier, most of the time, one of the side is blockage, but now I am talking to you. My both nostrils simultaneously, the air is taking in. So that improvement is happened. But morning, when I wake up, that time little sneezing and one side of blockaging and coughing things are actually happen. But after half an hour, then it goes smooth throughout the day.
So that obviously your body is a little more of a Kapha type, you know. You
have
Kapha
a type body,
imbalance. I know that. So since you are doing this program, especially whatever we have learned over the last few days, once you start employing it and once you start using it more regularly, you will start seeing a very clear and visible difference. Initially, of course, your body will tend to throw out a lot of this phlegm. Sometimes you might feel that you are throwing out even more phlegm than you were doing when you were doing the Shwasko Shuddhi Kriya. Doesn't matter. Let that phlegm go. The more you are able to throw out, this is because that phlegm is trying to come out. You're only clearing your throat. If I were you, I would clear my throat and go and out into the spittoon.
Okay.
But, that is up to you.
Yeah, and this it is came earlier. It was gone when I practiced the Hanuman Master Breath for 2 months. No, these sneezing things were already gone. Now after I did this, I doing this, and now it is appear during the morning actually. So maybe it is trying to come out.
No, so
There
what is it? What has happened is the Hanuman Master Breath gave your system, or gave your Sushumna in particular, an initial cleansing. Now that has happened very good. But now as you started with the Lotus Opening more particularly, the Lotus Opening is drawing in the phlegm from other parts of your body, from the other nadis. All of that is coming into the Sushumna, and because you are continuing with your Hanuman Master Breath, the Hanuman Master Breath channeling it up along the spine towards your Vishuddhi. That is why you are feeling it in the throat. So if you are feeling it in the throat, clear it, throw it out, gargle more and more often, gargle at least regularly, daily. You will find a huge improvement in your overall health condition.
Yes.
Many benefits will come to you. And Buddhadev ji, you were supposed to give me a testimonial some time ago, but you never did it.
No, I have given, sir. I think I don't know if you lost it, because see, after Hanuman Master Breath and raise your vibration also.
No. Video testimonial.
Raise your vibration.
No, video testimonial.
Okay, no, I shared on text actually, typing and all those
I
things.
know, but I had requested you to share a video testimonial also, not a very long one. Make it a short one, doesn't matter. 1.5 minutes is enough. Your name, the programs that you have done, and the benefits that you have accumulated or observed. Please share that.
Okay.
1-2 दिन में करिएगा, please. Don't delay it.
Yeah.
Give it to me now. In fact, you might actually also be noticing, like Riyaji was mentioning, you might have also started noticing some improvements in the Swadhisthana area. I'm just using a very gentle term, but you might have noticed some improvements over there also. Yes or no?
Yes, definitely.
Very good. आप तो ये सब share करिए ना, share करिए ये सब, बताइए लोगों को.
Yeah, sure.
Right. Thank you. Okay, very good. Please continue with your breath work. Okay, we don't have too much time. So I was thinking of adding one more thing today. You are now dilating. You are doing the lotus opening. You are doing the Hanuman master breath, of course. You are drawing in your breath from the Manipura, and you are doing the exhale through the mouth, the rounded mouth. So all this is going on very well. And okay, so simply what you have been doing so far, the last accumulation of the total technique. Everyone, please sit down. Please sit down. We will do a little bit of this with a little more focus on the fire tattva. Do a little more focus on the fire tattva. Please sit down. You may sit in Vajrasan, Sukhasan, Siddhasan, Padmasan, anything, but please sit down. Lakshmi ji, I think आप सो गए हो. आप उठ जाइए, please. उठ जाइए और बैठ जाइए. Right, everyone. I think it will be easier when you do it sitting. So that is why I'm asking you to sit down. So continue with that same breath that you are doing so far. Only now intensify the whole thing. Allow that lotus opening to go through the whole system. Also, make sure that the lotus opening persists, particularly when your breath is moving up along the spine. So all you have to do for that is allow a little more, or allow that dilation to happen at the base of your spine, so that when the breath moves up along the spine, you feel it a little more clearly than you have been feeling so far. Try to get that sense. That is a very important part of the lotus opening, which we haven't focused on so much. Please do that now. Do everything else. Everything else is the same. The focus is only a little more on the widening of the channel up along the spine from the tailbone area, end of the tailbone. The more you are able to do this, the more you are able to pull things up this way, the faster will be the cleansing of your sushumna. I muted everybody. The faster will be the cleansing of your sushumna. Now, please remember, as we cleanse the sushumna, some of it gets thrown out, and that is good. That is very good. But sometimes, if it does not get thrown out, please practice gargling. If you can do a little bit of jal neti, warm water, a little salt, do a little bit of that also, so that this whole area, this whole system becomes clearer, and it allows anything that needs to come out a little more freely, a little more easily. Sangeeta ji, you are very distracted today. I know your mind is really not, your mind is really not here.
Can you just repeat what you said, Abhi? I missed the whole thing.
Okay. What I said just now was, when you are channeling this breath up along the spine, lot of the stuff that starts moving up the spine starts collecting in your Vishuddhi area, and sometimes even in the sinus area and so on. So try to do as much gargling as you can. Remember what I had indicated earlier. Try to gargle with hot water, as hot as your body will tolerate, not more than that. Hot enough that you can tolerate. Use a chai ka infusion, use a tea bag if you like, or add some tea leaves, and then of course you can strain it, and also add some salt to the infusion. So if you gargle with this, it will help you clear this whole area beautifully. Now you will not believe this, but let me share one of my other experiences that I do when I do my gargling. Again, it's going to be very counterintuitive. Many of you will not even understand what I'm saying or what I'm talking about. I don't even know whether I should tell you this or not. I'll tell you with the caution, go, if you are going to practice what I'm sharing with you, be cautious about it. For you, it's a very new thing, but be extremely cautious and proceed a little gently. So when I do my gargling these days in particular, I actually do the lotus opening with the gargle. So my gargling, the water does not seem to stay only till here. It actually seems to go much deeper. I don't know whether it's going into some part of my lungs or some other part of the respiratory system, but it's certainly going much, much deeper. It's going much deeper and it's cleansing a lot from there. But you must, if you try this, please proceed with extreme care, because I don't know how well your body will be able to throw it all out. My body is used to it. I've been gargling for many decades, I should say. So, gargling cannot do me too much damage. So work a little, if you try what I've just shared, if you want to do the lotus opening with the gargle, be a little circumspect, proceed a little gently, a little slowly. But for now, continue with this breath. Dilate the sushumna up along the spine, starting at the tailbone area, at the end of the spine. At the end of that, allow a little gentle dilation and allow breath to move up, both in breath and out breath. Let them both move up that way. Bring your attention there. Let's see if it's happening well. So, Hanuman Master Breath combined with whatever else we are doing and the lotus opening, it's almost as if there is a vacuum cleaner on steroids working inside your system. That is how fast the cleansing will happen. But the cleansing will only work if whatever is coming up gets thrown out. If it is allowed to collect anywhere, then it becomes negative. So we don't want that. We need that cleansing to continue to be thrown out. So do not stop. Even if you feel that something is, is not quite okay, if you stop for that moment for an hour, but continue with it later and intensify the lotus opening a little more. So as you do the lotus opening a little more, it will in a sense give a little more passage. It's almost like raste ko chauda kar diya aapne. Raste ko chauda kar diya to gaadi, whatever is moving, will be able to move a little more freely through that. So please make sure you do that. I am always available to you. I'm available to you on the phone. I'm available to you through the WhatsApp groups, etc. So you can always connect with me and share with me any questions you might have. But do all this. And now, what we did in our last session, last part of our session yesterday, as we drew the breath from the Manipura, we were visualizing the sun or some sort of heat, source of heat. You can visualize a sun or a fire or some heat source, and you're drawing in that energy from the Manipura. Channel that heat, channel that energy towards the inner part of your Manipura and your Anahata, Vishuddhi, so that the heat over there cleanses the upper part of your system. If some of it goes to the lower part, to the Swadhisthana, etc., no problem. But try to get your attention to move that energy this way. चलिए आराम से बैठिए, आंखें बंद कर लीजिए. Keep your eyes focused gently to the center of your forehead and bring your attention to your breath. Lotus opening, perineum. First engage perineum, then draw in the breath. If you engage the perineum first and draw in the breath, you will be able to draw a deeper breath, a longer breath. Channel the whole thing up the spine and try to focus as if you are radiating that heat from the Manipura area into the Anahata, Vishuddhi, that whole area, and of course the Manipura as well. Stomach very light, sometimes bloated, to see if that works better. It might help with the lotus opening. If you feel something in the throat area and so on, you may gargle even twice a day or more if you like, but definitely once at least, sometimes twice, and if necessary, a little more, so that you create conditions for this movement to happen more freely. Nothing stays stuck inside.
Jalneti we will do before we do all these breathing exercises.
I have no issues with that. I like to do it early in the morning. I like to do my gargling and the Jalneti in the morning, so that rest of my breath work happens a little more easily, a little more better.
And for the dryness, I can put some oil in my nose.
Of course, certainly. So the dryness may be increasing because the heat is increasing gently, and also the season is a little more, one is prone to heat. Yeah, it's dry and hot as well.
Delhi is especially more dry.
That's right. Yeah. So that's okay. You can use the different kinds of oils, but you can use the Patanjali. What's it called? There is a special Patanjali oil for the nose.
Sir, I also experienced one of the oil. That is the Shiravala oil. Shiravala. Have you heard about it?
It is part of the COVID package. It's the what's it called? I'll tell you later. I'll maybe share the name in the group later. Okay. Very good. I'm back to Snehaji. Snehaji, anything to share for today's practice?
Anutel.
Yes. Anutelam. That's right. That's the one. Perfect. Is Snehaji, anything to share for today's?
Nothing much. I'm just coughing a little bit of more, and I have a question related to that. If I can ask now.
One second. So if you're coughing a little more, remember what I suggested about gargling. The more you are able to gargle twice, maybe, and do it the way I've suggested, you'll get good results. Yeah, go on. Ask. Please ask.
This is what I have noticed in past 2-3 days. I don't get usually I cough over a period of time. Like I said, last week it was too much, but this week it is fine during the daytime. But when I sleep actually on my back and on the bed, because usually I sit and sleep because that's how I'm used to with it now. But when I lie down, the moment I lie down, the cough increases, and that is just a dry cough. So past 2 days, just as a trial, because from my inner feeling, I feel like it's due to the acidity or a heartburn. So I just took the Gaviscon, because those advanced Gaviscon which I get it over here. I just had that and I slept, and I was able to sleep peacefully the whole night. So I was thinking, okay, if I say if it's an acidity thing, how can we fix it with using the breath work?
So see, breath work will change every aspect. This program so far is focused a little more on Kapha Dosha. So we are actually, in fact, sometimes some of you might actually feel that there is a bit of an increase in the Pitta element. Maybe there is a little bit of an increase in the Pitta element. But if you are doing the rest of the program, like the Lotus Opening, etc., if at all there is any build-up, it will clear out easily. It really will not cause any damage or any harm or any discomfort. At least that is my experience of it. So no need to worry about it. If there is a little increase, and if you think it's happening because of the breath work that we are doing, don't let it stop you from doing the good work, because you are getting a lot of good results. Do not let one little doubt, one little question somewhere stop you from achieving whatever you are achieving. Now, you think that it could be because of acidity, and maybe you've gotten results for by using certain medication for that. But in my understanding, it's purely because of kapha, and it's not the dry kapha. It's the kapha tends to be, that sticky stuff that comes out that is treated in the body. It's basically that, but because it is at some deeper part of your anatomy, basically somewhere in the lungs, so it's causing that coughing sensation to happen. But because it's at some deeper level, it's not coming to the surface. Therefore, you think it's a dry cough. Actually, it's because of what is there at a deeper level. So the more you are able to clear the kapha through Shwaskosh, through the Tridosha techniques, and of course with the gargling, the better results you will get. Why don't you try one thing, Snehaji? Over the next couple of days, even before you go to bed in the evening, or maybe before you have your dinner, try to do a deep gargle with reasonably hot water, chai ka pani, and a little bit of salt, etc., and see how much more cleansing or clearing happens. The breath work that you have learned, do not limit the breath work or this technique only to 10, 15, 20 minutes of practice. This breath work should be continued through as much of the day as you can. The basic part of that breath work can be combined with all the activities that you are doing in your daily life. Whether you are sitting at your desk, whether you are walking, whatever you're doing, you can continue with that breath.
Okay.
So the more you are able to do that breath, and especially the blowing out, the pulling in from the Manipura, blowing out with through your mouth, it will help clear a lot of your nadis. Believe me, a lot of cleansing will happen. Abhi bhi jo coughing up ho rahi na, maybe it is happening because of this. So gargle and do this breath work, you'll feel much better. You'll clear out a lot.
Actually, I didn't meant like I would stop my exercises for that, but I felt like I don't even want to take those medication which I just tried for last 2 days. I really don't like the medication. That's the reason this is happening over a period of time. Like I said, the nasal spray also, which I used to use it for a long time. After 10-15 days, the moment I feel it is a little bit okay, I'll just stop it, because I just don't believe on medication. That's a problem with me.
No, that is good only. I'm happy. And your body will be able to repair itself. Your body will be able to heal itself. Don't worry. And you've started techniques, you've started getting results. See, very often when we start with a powerful program, initially the results may seem very insignificant, very small, very, unimportant. But the fact that the results are there are a pointer that aapko isme continue karna hai. The more intensively you are able to go deeper into this, the better will be your results. Ye to meri aapko guarantee hai. So whatever you are doing now, you are getting results, intensify this. When I say intensify it, it means do more of it. Let it happen through your system. Let it work through your system more and more. And you will see good results. You'll see super results. So many different conditions related to different aspects of the body, pain, illness, ailments, all are being cured through breath work. Believe me, I have said it again and again. I think you must be sick of me saying this, but even after 40 cigarettes for 20 years, 40 years of smoking, at this age, I am on zero medication. You can't imagine how much damage I've done to myself with my lifestyle. But in spite of that, I am on zero medication, in spite of being on high blood pressure medication for almost 10 years and, having so many other things that may have gone wrong, that could have gone wrong, that should have gone wrong. Zero medication, zero. So, it's a sign that, it's a sign that your breath can achieve so much in you if only you practice with a certain amount of dedication, a certain commitment, and a certain openness.
Surely.
Okay, anyone else? Anything? Any share? Any question? Any doubt? सब बैठ गए हैं क्या? सब कोई कुछ कर रहे हैं कि नहीं? Are you doing your breath work or not? Are you?
Sir, only one doubt, sir.
Yes, please. Yes.
Sir, after exhaling through the rolling of the mouth, one time or you have, because yesterday one time only, but today you continuously done. That's why I got confused. We have to confuse one time or like the continuously we have to do, or one time is.
Yes, Vijayaji, you have both options. Both are okay. No problem with that. Most of the time do, but just do that one breath, take that breath in and allow that. So that is one thing. But sometimes if you wish, do repetitive, like in the Shwasko Shuddhi Kriya, you go. Keep your belly relaxed. Always keep your belly relaxed. When you do this, you will find that you are expelling a lot of the phlegm from your body, and that is a good thing. So are you throwing out any phlegm, Vijayaji? Did you throw out any phlegm while doing this today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's the point. Yes. So jitna phlegm aapka nikalta jayega, unwanted phlegm from the chest area, lungs, and of course many other nadis as well. It's good. Let it go out. You are not depriving your body of the amount of phlegm that is needed for the body to function, but you are only throwing out the excessive phlegm, which actually hampers the functioning of your body. Okay, I think any other question? Anyone else? Right. So Sneha ji, Shanmuga Priya ji, and hopefully Buddhadev ji also. At least 3 of you are sharing your video testimonials, and if others are also going to do it, I'll be very, very grateful. I do not want any exaggeration. I only want the actual experiences as much as you've had, so that it works to inspire others. Let's do our 3 ohms before we sign out for today. Slow, deep breath in. Same breath. Tongue at the roof of your mouth, stomach very relaxed, lotus opening, the dilation happening, drawing in energy from the Manipura, channeling that breath up the spine, all of it. And then when you do the Om or Am, allow it to move up along the spine. Thank you all. And also, some of you may please share your feedback with S. Vyasa. If you think it's helped you in some way, it will give S. Vyasa a little more confidence to continue with the programs and so on. So if you had good results, if you feel it's making a difference, especially to the Kapha Dosh related issues, please do share your thoughts with them as well. Thank you all, and keep sending your daily reports, and stay in touch. And I will see you again on Friday for session number 9. Thank you all. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.